what it is like being a single parent?
I got divorced when I was pregnant, and had my daughter, and it was a blessing. I lived with my parents at that time, and then I realized that I want to do something for my daughter that she'll be proud of. And so I bought my own place. I bought my own little flat. My parents were kind of a little bit against it. They said, why do you need to do that? I said, no, I don't want my daughter to think I lived on my parents all my life. I'm grown up enough to make some decisions. So I bought my flat, did it all up and everything, settled down, bought everything new. And it was basically right behind my parents' house. My mum was suffering from cancer at that time. So whenever she needed me, I could just pop down the hill and just go to them. That kind of went on. And then Mum fell very, very ill. And to a point that she actually passed away in April 2007. Now that's where it all started with my life, that when my mum passed away, our family split. I didn't want to bring my daughter up in family politics and the silly way of thinking. That's when I decided to move to the UK. Apart from my work life in the UK, the first 3 years of my life was in the UK was very tough. Especially because I didn't have any family. I had no friends. Didn't have any support, didn't know what to do. So slowly, they say you have to kind of take action to make some things happen. I couldn't sit at home and expect things to happen to me. I had to go out there and see what's out there for me, what opportunities, what possibilities I can build up my life. Hence all this with Citizen Advice Bureau, with gingerbread, and so on. So kind of I started doing research on how to settle down in the UK. Slowly. I think after in June 2012 when I got a restaurant job, that was when it all started kind of falling into place. So it's not been that many years, but it's been hard work. It's been so much struggle with, of course, with finances. When I didn't have a job, you had to pay the rent, and it'll be school stuff, and it'll be the food, it'll be the bills, and even though I cook everything from home, I didn't used to do any takeaways and things, so I kind of had to watch every single penny where it goes. I still remember this time, my daughter was 5, and she went to Harrow after school one day, and she had a big hole in her shoe sole, and she said, Mum, I got a hole in my shoe. I said, okay, I'll buy a new one. Bought a new plimsolls for a couple of quid, I think at that time, and went to WHS, and she saw this really nice book with fairies and stuff. And said, Mummy, look at this. I said, you know what, baby, it's a lovely book. You will have it, but not right now. I'll give it to you when the time is ready. And she said, no, Mummy, I just want to show you. I said, it's fine, thank you. I'll keep it in mind. And then she turns around, and she just walked down, and I could still hear her, and she said, dear God, please give Mum some money so she can buy me some stuff. You never expect to hear that from a 5-year-old. That literally broke my heart at that time. I thought, oh my God, I don't want to be one of those parents or have those kids. The kids can say, oh, my mum couldn't afford anything so because she was a single parent. I want to break that thing down. So I worked really hard to get to where I am today.
And during all that, you had enough time with your daughter?
I used to be at college from 8 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then my daughter would go to breakfast club, then school and after school club. So basically I wouldn't see her much. By the time we got home, it would be 6 o'clock, 6:30. And 7:30 was a bedtime, so I got 1 hour with her. So on one side I was getting this qualification, which was essential for me, but on the other side I was losing her time with my daughter. In the last 2.5 years, I won 9 awards, national awards. I run a local gingerbread support group for other single parents to help them build up their life. I recently became a life coach, again, to share my journey and actually to show people if I can do it. I'm not even British, I'm from Norway. If I can do it knowing nothing, then anyone can do it. I'm a life coach for this single parent support group on Facebook. And the amount of people who are so miserable, who are so sad, that they are struggling with the other half, that the other half doesn't give them money or anything. I learned one thing in life. This is your life and your journey, and you need to work on it yourself. Don't expect to rely on other people. Because it's, at the end of the day, they'll be there when the good times are there, but when the bad times are there, they run away. They won't support you throughout that time. So I kind of try to encourage them that try to work on your own, work on yourself as a person first, see where you are, what you want to develop, where you want to become better. And during this life coaching thing, I learned also that you need to look at yourself first. Where are you struggling? Where are your beliefs limiting you to become better self? You know, what past experiences do you still deal with, which still make you angry? So it's been a journey, you know, the last I think I'll come to 7.5 years, setting everything up, you know. But I can proudly say I set up a beautiful life for myself and my daughter, you know. And you know, they say being a single parent, the single parent's kids don't achieve well, whatever. It's all wrong.
What is your vision about the future of your daughter?
I remember my daughter came home from school last year, when she was in year 6 at the time. Mummy, my friend is so clever because her father is a professor at Oxford University. I said, no. I said, if you think that, you will never get anywhere. I said, there are millions of children out there whose parents have never seen a book, never been to school, and they're doctors, they're lawyers. You know, don't limit yourself to thinking that because, oh, that girl has father is a professor, that's why she's clever. And my daughter started secondary school in September, and she's the top student in her class. And you know, during my life journey, especially here in the UK, that's the only thing she remembers. I always included her in my life. In everything I do, I will include her, so she know what it is like to to be a single mum. You know, not always the bad things, but you know, the experience, the good things, the bad things. They need to learn that life doesn't just happen. You need to go out there. You need to work hard and get your dreams to come true. And you're the only one who can do it. No one else can do it for you. So I think I would like to say that I managed to change the whole single parent stigma. You know, this in the media's portrayed as single parents, they only benefits, they don't do anything, they just sit home and watch telly and get money. It's not.
Do you sometimes get depressed? And if you do, what do you do to relax yourself?
No, you know, I don't allow myself to get depressed. I think if I start thinking about a negative experience in my life, then you're gone. I have a daughter who looks up to me. If I start being sad and negative, she'll feed off me and she'll be the same. So I basically have to kick myself and just do it. Yeah, sometimes my parents are back in Norway, actually. My dad, he retired to India in July. So I do miss an adult conversation sometimes. But then I have my friends. But if I don't have them available, I'll just talk to myself and get it out aloud. At least, you know, when you get out loud in the air, you know you've spoken to someone, even just yourself. But no, I don't, touch wood, I don't allow myself to get depressed because I can't afford my daughter to be the same way. I need to be a role model for her to pick her up and yes, I can do it, and not, oh, I'm depressed, I can't do it. It doesn't work like that. Life doesn't stop for no one. So neither should we.